TMZ makes a mistake debating Larry Elder on race. This is going to be fire, I can already tell.
Hell yeah.
What is good? Welcome back to the Flawdcast. I am your boy Flawdzilla, and I'm here with my lovely co-host Mo'Zilla.
What up, yo?
How's everybody doing? This is the last normal place on the internet, and we are glad that you could be here with us today, and you will be too by the end of this video. I guarantee it, your money back. So, without further ado, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can be notified whenever we drop.
Flawd's a booty.
What'd you say?
Flawd's a booty.
Okay. I shouldn't have asked you what you said. Why do I care?
You know what I
should have known. But yeah, let's get into this. I already told you guys, this is Larry Elder debating TMZ on race, and it says TMZ made a big mistake by doing it. So they get owned instantly.
Gets pwned instantly.
Okay. Here we go. Let's get into this thing, man. Okay.
Spaghetti, y'all.
So, let's get into it.
Well, Harvey Levin of TMZ and I had a pretty feisty conversation in which he argued that President Trump was essentially being racist for not recognizing systemic racism. The conversation started out okay, but it went south pretty fast.
At the same time, Donald Trump is touting that he feels he has been better for African Americans than anybody except possibly Abraham Lincoln. And he's trying to paint a fairly rosy picture of what it's like for black people in America under his tutelage. So,
funniest thing is, I've said this many times, my life was, and it's because of my own decisions too,
Absolutely.
But let me say that the president in office had a lot to do with the way I felt about myself and the decisions that it had more to do with my decisions than people will actually believe.
Absolutely.
But obviously I know that to be true, so it doesn't matter what anyone else believes. But my life under Obama definitely was not as good as my life under Trump.
Nope.
It's absolute fact. As soon as Trump got into office, I started wanting to do better
For real.
my life.
Look at that. We got clean.
Yeah, literally. And now look like we fucking running this channel into the fucking moon.
Yo.
You feel me?
For real.
Crazy, man. But yeah, it's just funny that people just love to push this narrative, while this dude over here who's always on TV like every other day, he's gonna say no.
Yeah.
Like, bro, your life is fine, I guarantee it. Harvey Levin, Jewish lawyer, like, again, gonna tell black people what the fuck they're feeling and what their life is. It's hilarious.
It's so annoying.
Hilarious.
It is.
so how do you square the two?
This man is doing something about the economy before the coronavirus pandemic, historically low unemployment. The man has signed the First Step Act, which allowed something like 5,000 mostly black men to have their sentences reconsidered and reduced an average of about.
And he did the platinum plan. Yeah,
$9 billion.
The platinum plan that Joe Biden repealed.
Yeah, he took $33 million. I think like a crazy amount of money away from it.
Yeah. See, like, get the fuck out of here, bro. What? I thought he repealed it. See, I didn't know he just took a little bit from it.
I'm pretty sure he
I
took
should
like
probably
a
get the facts before I speak.
But
I do know that he took away from it.
Because he could have been trying to take it away. I don't know.
Well,
if he
either
did
way, why would you take away from something that's helping black people?
yet. Exactly.
Doesn't make any sense.
Nobody asked Trump to do that, and he didn't I don't think he did it to pander like everybody thinks he did. I think he
actually
he
gives
really
a fuck.
gave a fuck about the country.
Yes. And this is the thing. Even if it was to pander, right? That it's in a better way than Joe Biden is trying to pander when he says if you don't vote for me, you ain't black.
Yeah.
Like, at least he put some money on the fucking table.
Yep.
Like,
or Hillary Clinton carrying fucking ranch dressing in her pocket.
carrying hot sauce.
Stupid
Even
bitch.
worse.
Oh
But yeah,
my God.
Trump's my mans.
Hell yeah, I fuck with Trump.
Heavily.
75 months. He's also spent more money on enterprise zones. He's put funding on HBCUs for the first time of over a period of 10 years. No one's ever done that before.
The president is also saying that there is no systemic racism in America. There is no systemic racism in policing.
Damn.
There isn't.
Okay.
All right. There is no evidence of systemic.
That means he's racist. Because he said that there's no systemic racism in America when it is pretty equal, bro. That's the thing. Right now, it is the most equal time ever. Like,
Exactly.
I can turn around and start a business if I want to. The only thing that can stop that is me.
Yourself. Absolutely.
You know?
And
Legit.
that's the thing. Like, this dude was just saying, he said there's no systemic racism in America.
But what about his actions?
Exactly. To a black guy. And then the black guy says right back, there isn't.
And then
what
he just
can
says,
you
okay.
say to that?
And then he says,
he
okay.
just says, oh, okay.
So he's not one of those black people that you could just throw victim labels at him, and then he just accepts it. It's like, no. Nope.
Now what? Now what? Your point is null and void now.
So now, where we go from there?
Yep.
Where's the racist actions that made Trump racist? Where is that at? That's what I'm waiting for. I'm still waiting to hear that
Straight
to
up.
this day.
Yep. You
That's
know
the
he's a
thing.
racist, right? How?
Right now,
How?
November 21st, 2021, I am still waiting for evidence that Donald Trump is racist.
Straight up.
Crazy.
Racism whatsoever. In fact, the evidence shows the opposite. I was just about ready to say there's a black Harvard professor named Roland Fryer who assumed, just as you did, that the police were killing blacks just because they were black. He did a study. Not only did he not find it, he found out, which tracked other studies, the police are more hesitant, more reluctant to pull the trigger on a black suspect than on a white suspect. And it's common sense because of people like people in the media who immediately assume that a cop is doing something racist or motivated because the victim is black. They're afraid to shoot a black person much greater than they are afraid to shoot a white person.
I get that. I get that, yo.
That is the gospel right there, bro. Because the thing is, why? Like, just think about how humans operate, bro. We care so much about what other people think about us, bro. Like, imagine if you're not a racist cop, which I'm sure majority of cops are not racist.
Yep.
So imagine if you're not a racist cop, and now you're policing America where everyone is calling you racist. If you even fucking just, if you have a run-in with a black person and they get arrested and you have to use force, now you are racist. And that's crazy. So, of course, no one wants to deal with that kind of backlash, getting their life basically ended by the media and people over them doing their job. So now they have to be extra careful. And that second that they're hesitating could mean their life.
Yep.
That's the thing. That's the fucked up thing about it. Because of the guilt that they feel just from being a cop and being white, and everyone calling them a racist, and they're scared to look like a racist, they are not doing their job as efficiently as they actually can. Yeah. And now they're putting themselves at risk and their fucking partners at risk.
Absolutely.
And just other citizens now. Everyone's at risk now because they can't do their job. It's crazy.
And we the people, America, did that.
Yeah, absolutely. And the president.
Yeah,
it's fucking crazy. Oh my God, the dude who's the president now, who was ramping up to become president, was doing a lot of shit talking about the police, Donald Trump, every white person in America, every person on the right. Like, Biden been fueling these fires for a minute, and Hillary.
Years.
Like, come on, man.
Wild.
Crazy.
Larry, you're from Los Angeles, and you know what happened with the Rampart Division. It was an incredible scandal where they were going into the inner city and they were setting people up and planting drugs and doing all this stuff. I mean, this has been going on for a long time.
Harvey, 20 years ago.
I don't know about
from
whatever the hell he's talking about right now. I've never been to LA.
Los Angeles had back-to-back black police chiefs, even during the O.J. Simpson case. And what happened?
But that doesn't mean
you're make it go away, Larry.
You can't look at a black police chief and say, therefore, there isn't systemic racism.
Right. We had a black president. Is there no racism in America then, Larry?
No.
I mean,
see, what do they mean by racism? That's the thing.
Racism, now you're saying racism.
Exactly. Exactly. What do they mean by racism? Because they're just saying things now. Racism, systemic racism means a black person wouldn't be able to get into that position. That is what systemic racism is. They wouldn't even put a black person in that position because they can't risk it.
This dude said Obama was president, the highest job you can have in fucking America.
Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Get the fuck out of here.
See? Like, what do you mean by racism? Because you're really just trying to say things,
he
bro.
called them right back out. Like you said, systemic, motherfucker, not racism.
Absolutely. And you can't, like, people are going to be racist, bro. People are going to be racist.
Every day.
Again, it's a minute amount. You're not going to tell me the majority of people are racist. You're not. You're not. It doesn't even make any sense. Like, if white people...
Ow.
If white... You good?
Yeah.
What the hell did you just do?
I kicked that really
You're bugging.
hard.
Okay. You see, this is all live, baby. This is all live. We ain't editing that out.
Flawdcast.
We ain't editing that out. That was a flawed piece of content right there. But yeah, like there's a difference between systemic racism and racism. Racism is just people just not liking black people. That's what you're trying to say. Just I don't like black people. Like you're never gonna get rid of that in the world.
No.
Ever. Ever. Keep on trying.
Like everybody.
You can't do it. You'd have to. How are you gonna vet that? Like you can't do it. It's not possible.
I mean, come on.
Wait a minute, you got first you said systemic racism. Now you're saying racism. Which one do you want?
No, I'm saying
there's no evidence.
No.
There's no evidence whatsoever of systemic racism. I ask you to prove it.
A cop watching somebody run away, a black man run away, shooting him and killing him. A guy walking into a convenience store, shooting him and killing him. Larry, we've seen
Where's
this.
the racism
Here's the
though?
thing.
Again,
Larry,
How is
okay,
that
even that happens to white people too. So where's the racism, bro? That is just a corrupt cop. A cop not doing their job correctly. That's
he
a
sounds
fucking
dumb.
asshole. You're trying to automatically attribute that to racism. You can't do that.
No.
You cannot do that. Unless you have proof that it's fucking racism, you can't just say it's racism. Like, then you're just creating false positives all over the place, and then real racists aren't going to get caught, bro.
Exactly.
You would just want to call everybody racist because it's easier to exist like that.
Yep.
It's actually harder.
And-
like, it makes it easier for one race and then harder for everybody else.
Yep, like you said, it's going to make people hide their
Yes.
racism.
They're just going to be
easier.
sneakier with their bigotry.
Yep.
That's it. You're setting yourself up. You're setting yourself up.
I hear what you're saying about the studies.
No, you don't
Harvey,
hear
let me
anything.
try
I hear
it
what
this
you're
way.
saying about the studies. The studies is what matters, my mans.
Facts.
That's what actually matters.
Facts.
Like, your feelings don't matter in these kind of situations because this is actually life on the line right here. And how are we just not going to listen to logic and actual statistics, which is actually what's really happening in the world when it comes to mass problems. You're trying to say it's national. You have to look at statistics then. You can't just assume that what you see and what some people say is the truth, because it could be an echo chamber. Everyone that just feels the same way is going to yell the same shit, and if they hear something that they like and they can latch onto, they're just going to keep yelling it. Just because it's regurgitated doesn't matter. That's when facts come in and matter. Like, come on, bro.
Absolutely.
We're just going to do this all over and over and over again. Like, and if everyone just, like, some people allow that to sway them when they say, okay, I see what you're saying about the studies, and then they try to let them move the goalposts and turn it. You can't do that. You can't even let that happen, because all that, the rest of that doesn't matter. After you go off the hypotheticals and shit, like, come on, bro.
Once the studies are done and proven facts, then you cannot
Exactly.
say what if. Then it's literally you're just grabbing everything out of thin air.
And you're not actually helping the situation.
No.
When we know what the problem is. Why are we not addressing it? You're creating all these other problems because you don't want to address the actual problems. That's what it is. And that's a whole different video what those actual problems are. But you're trying to really, what you're actually doing is distracting us. Honestly, you're distracting us with race because it's fine. We're good. We are good. I promise. The racism is not as big of a problem as you're making it seem. I promise you. Like, get the fuck out of here with that. It was just fine. These fires got stoked. These fires got stoked by Obama. That's the fucking craziest thing. Obama is the one that stoked these fires. As soon as Obama came into office, it was all of a sudden race was all that mattered.
From jump.
All that mattered when I was just fine a year before that.
Straight up.
It's crazy how it happened and we don't see it.
Absolutely.
Crazy.
It's so crazy.
There are 50 million police-civilian interactions every single year. Out of that 50 million, there are 11 million arrests. Out of that 11 million arrests, 60,000 officers are assaulted. Out of all of that, 1,000 civilians are killed. Half of them are white, 250 of them were black. Almost all of them were resisting with a weapon or resisting violently. When you get down to unarmed black men being shot by white cops, you're talking about less than 4% of the total.
Wow.
And unarmed does not mean not dangerous. Michael Brown was unarmed, but he was reasonably perceived as dangerous.
But also, there's also room for error because everyone's human.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? There's going to be mistakes made. And and whether or not you want that to admit that is a thing, it is a thing, and it's gonna be a thing. The only thing you can try to do is make it as you know what I'm saying, try to minimize that. That's all you can do, but there's gonna be mistakes made because we're not robots. Sometimes eyes play tricks on you, all that, and I know it's lives that are being played with, but that is something that comes along with everyone being human on this planet. That is the thing. And they're trying to make perfect, like they're trying to make shit perfect by their utopia, what they think is gonna be perfect.
Yes.
Like, that's not how this works.
Exactly.
And it will never be
else's.
that.
Yeah.
Unless you want it to be Minority Report and then someone be abusing that system.
Yeah.
Like, why would you're setting yourself up. At least you have right now, you have the freedom to live your life. Why are you trying to fucking ruin that? I don't get it. I don't get it.
Freedom's gone.
Yeah, it's clearly a setup.
It's rare, Harvey. You guys are exaggerating this. When a white person gets killed by a cop, nobody gives a damn. When a black person gets killed by a cop, people are out in the streets. And in Philadelphia, you're talking about a city where the captain of the city council is black. Almost every single member of city council is a Democrat. They've had black mayors. The police chief is a black female, and you're still talking about systemic racism.
Yo,
I love this dude.
He has so much knowledge in his head.
He's like the Black Ben Shapiro.
Yes, he has so much knowledge and facts, and he remembers it all.
And it's the facts that matter against this conversation, because this conversation is getting way too out of hand.
Sun in him.
This conversation is getting way too out of hand around America, period. Like, it's just the main conversation of everything, and it's just crazy. We need more people with these type of facts, with this type of knowledge, to have the opposite end in this conversation, because it's just a bunch of people who just are arguing with feelings, and then when people don't have these kind of stats, and they're just trying to let you, like, we're humans. They're like, you're racist, you're Uncle Tom, you're this, you're a painter, you're all these things. But if you the stats actually go against what you're talking about too. That's the thing. And no one wants to acknowledge that. So when a person comes with stats, they try their hardest to fight against it. There's two of them right now. Just and when you have multiple people having a conversation with one person, what they can do is things like, he says something, then they laugh, haha, together, and then it's like, yeah, everyone will see he's the crazy one, haha, and that's what they do. They do that shit on purpose. It's on purpose. Not either one of them could have sat there and had that conversation.
No, hell
if they sat that black man down there with him, it would have been even worse of a fucking slaughter, and it would have made Larry Elder's point so much more. And they don't want that. Like, they prevented themselves from actually getting somewhere with this conversation, but he still dropped all this knowledge. And if you're an intellectual, I kind of just pat myself on the back. If you're an intellectual, then this makes sense to you. This is entertaining to you. But nah, honestly, if you know right from wrong, and you know what's actually happening, this is I love this conversation right now.
Because I don't have a lot of factual points,
but you have me, and you have me.
I sure do.
You've been with me for 12 years, so you know what it is. You know,
I sure do, baby.
Let's get it.
We actually, Larry. Hey, Larry. Larry,
now
they just want to interrupt him.
And maybe you
look at them, bro. They're folding, bro. They're imploding. They're imploding right now.
I am not ashamed of myself. The fuck?
They're interrupting each other and him right now. They are imploding right now.
This is wild.
And all he did was come with facts and answer their questions.
Straight the fuck up.
Oh my God. They just are. Look at his face, bro. I am not ashamed of myself. I'm like, bro, they are imploding. Hold on. Holy shit.
We actually, Larry. Hey, Larry.
They have to talk over him.
Larry, I'm going to be very clear about something.
Hold on, Charles.
I sleep just
am not ashamed of myself.
And maybe you do
too.
too.
And that's
the same thing.
We're going to disagree.
I sleep very fine at night.
Maybe you should be, Larry, because there is a problem. There is a problem.
They're trying.
And you are relying on statistics.
He's trying them. Yo, Harvey, if you don't get your fucking tanned ass the fuck out of here, bro, with your lobster
Please tell me what I'm supposed to make facts on.
This man is wilding.
What are you supposed to? Are you not supposed to rely on statistics?
Did you see what he tried to do? Maybe you should be, because he started throwing his hand down like he was trying to make a point, like he was about to get fucking elected for Black Leader of the Year.
Sounds stupid.
Harvey Levin is trying to be our savior.
Wow.
He's trying to be the white savior. Let's get it, Harvey. You want us to pray to you, buddy? What the fuck? Maybe you should be, because there's something really wrong in this country. And like, shut up, Harvey. You report fucking entertainment bullshit with no facts. Your stories never have facts.
Seriously.
All you do is fucking exploit people's lives. Like, I don't want to hear what you're talking about, Harvey. You are the problem with America. You are media, my nigga.
Straight the fuck
You are the
up.
lying fucking media. You are the reason that people do everything for clicks.
Yep.
Your website is the reason that everyone is trying to go so hard with the crazy grandiose headlines to get clicks.
Yep.
It is you who did it, Harvey.
Yep. And that's why you're mad that's why you're so surprised that he gets his facts off of statistics.
Because that's not how you run your business.
How like our statistics, that's a factual
Shouldn't
study.
it matter
That
the
is
most?
science. That is.
Shouldn't it matter the most? Even if it's just
What?
one statistic. I mean, even if it's just one study, then just have multiple studies,
Yo.
like to come to a conclusion. Like you still have to use statistics. You cannot go
Yes.
by your feelings, Harvey, because you don't know what you're talking about.
Yo, that's
Everyone has a
wild.
different experience in this world. Some people probably have experienced racism. Majority of black people haven't experienced the type of racism that was actually racism that was really plaguing this country.
Yep.
And we still are crying right now. Like some people don't like you. That's gonna happen. That is what this world is. Either you fucking deal with it or you don't, man. Like whatever. You cannot force the world to like you.
No.
That is the craziest thing in the world. And you want to call everybody racist, call everybody all these ifs and all these isms and all these names and shit because you are not comfortable with your place in the world. Like, do something about it. Do better. Make better decisions. Stop trying to blame everybody else in the world. You're trying to blame an entire race, the most prominent race in the fucking country, because it's easy to do that, right? There's more of you, so that means you guys are oppressing us. Like, bro, imagine. Like again, I say this all the time. It's just like the patriarchy argument. Patriarchy argument.
Mm-hmm.
Men would not give up power if they were the pieces of shit that they try to make them seem during the patriarchy argument. Like you wouldn't have the rights that you've gained over time if men were really the pieces of shit that you're the power hungry pieces of shit you're making it seem like.
Yes.
Like you're the one begging for the power now. It's becoming pretty equal and you're still trying to fight tooth and nail to try to like act like it's not that. Like you're not making any kind of progress. You wouldn't be able to have these conversations and do this if it wasn't progress being made.
Because remember when women like couldn't vote,
Exactly,
and couldn't do all this,
couldn't
shit?
do anything.
Men were the one that put that into
that
motion.
made it okay. Men are the ones who had to make that decision if they had all the power, correct?
Right.
Like it doesn't make any sense, bro. It doesn't make any sense, but it's the victim culture shit. It's that's what it is. They say all these different cultures that we have in this country. It's victim culture that we fucking have right now. That is the problem.
It's an
Cancel
issue.
culture, victim culture. I'm sick of it, bro. Let's get it.
There is a problem in this country,
not on your
and
side,
you are
gentlemen.
relying on statistics, and you are not looking at humanity,
It's called
Larry.
facts. It's called facts.
Can you really say
He killed it.
you are relying on statistics,
Yo,
not
straight
looking at
up, bro.
humanity?
You are
He
relying
popped
on
back in.
statistics,
I love that.
and you are not looking at
It's
humanity,
called
Larry.
facts.
He sure did.
It's called facts. It's called evidence.
Yo, stop
Then
it.
open your eyes, Larry. There's
Listen to
evidence.
them.
There's visual evidence every day. Open your eyes if you're not seeing
Believe
it.
everything you see. You believe everything you see, especially in this country when you could edit a video so much easier and make it whatever you want it to be. You could start recording way after you do whatever you do and just record the person's reaction. And now you're saying that person's bad. People do it every single
Deep
fucking
fakes.
day. Deep fakes. There's so many different ways. You're gonna believe what you say more and more. I mean, you're gonna believe what you see more and more these days. Like, shut up, nigga. You sound dumb.
1997, Time Magazine, CNN,
Sorry.
asked black
My bad. I just like plowed through that. But this dude's pissing me off,
You're
man.
good, baby.
He's pissing me off, man.
teens and white teens about racism. Is racism a major problem? This is 23 years ago. Is racism a major problem in America? They said yes. But then the black teens were asked this. Is racism a big problem, a small problem, or no problem in your own daily life? 89% said no problem or a small problem in my own daily life. In fact, more
That's how
black
it is.
teens and white teens said failure
When
to
was-
take
but Larry,
advantage of
what did you say that study
Look,
was?
they interrupted him right
Hold
away.
on, Larry.
Interrupted him right away. Bro, ask that after he makes his point.
For real.
You don't even want him to get the message out.
Exactly.
You don't even want him to say what he has to
literally.
say.
And if anything, if he's talking about if it's in the past, we progress.
Yeah. And what was he about to say? Like, they've been trying to talk about the past this whole time. They just brought up the
real.
Rampart, whatever. He just said all
Seriously.
that. And now that he's bringing up a study from the past, now it's a problem. But you're bringing up some bullshit from the past, too. That is not even a study. A study from the past is something that you can reference more than an isolated incident of the past.
For real.
Like, this dude referenced an isolated incident that happened probably with a few corrupt cops and tried to make it seem like that's the world. This dude's referencing a study during the height of racism.
With facts.
And you're trying to act like that doesn't matter? Get the fuck out of here. Oh, my God.
You said that study was in 1997?
Yeah, before Barack
That's not
Obama
that
got
long
elected and
ago.
reelected. So I would think that
Okay.
whatever racism
1997.
is
We're in
down a little bit, don't you
2020.
think?
You want to bring up a study that was done 23 years ago?
Bro, is this a real conversation
Why is
that they're
that?
trying to have
Like,
right now?
he's
Harvey
reaching.
Levin just brought up something from years and years ago and used that as evidence that police are racist and corrupt. He just brought up the LA, whatever the fuck he just said, and that shit was whatever Larry Elder just said years and years ago.
92.
And again, an isolated incident, like I just said. He can't reference a study from 97?
Yep. He's reaching.
A study?
He's reaching. He don't know what to come back
He
with.
doesn't. And look, you try to put the smile on it like,
Yeah,
dog,
like
you're like, what do you mean? Like, are you
Like, what the fuck are
crazy?
you talking
What you're
about?
saying is comical. Bro, y'all are reaching. This is the straw man argument shit that people be talking about. This is it right here.
The relevance of it is, wouldn't you think that America was more racist in 1997
Exactly.
than now? Even then, black kids.
No, actually, I think it's
Why-
I think it's
how
more
not?
racist now than it was in 97.
How?
Because I think
Why
people
are
You're just saying
so
things.
intense?
You're just saying
Larry,
things.
Larry, let me talk.
Look. People who how arrogant do you have to be to say something like that? Like, I think it's more racist now than it was then. How arrogant do you have to be? How the fuck would you know, Harvey? You in 1997, again, you're a Jewish lawyer, white man. You don't know what black people were going through then. There was no internet like that.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying? But you want to assume that it was just less racist, right? So how does that make you look?
People can say whatever they want.
He doesn't even know what he's just
Nope.
saying things.
Yep.
He's literally just saying things.
Legit.
Like, how would you know? Because you didn't experience the racism, Harvey? Is that what you're trying to say? Like, what is the argument we're having? They don't realize how hypocritical and backwards the shit that they say is.
Actually,
Why
I
is it
don't.
so
Hold
intense?
on. Larry,
He thinks he's really making a point.
Including a country that has been so
Larry, please. Larry, please. I'm going to tell you why I think it's more racist.
Oh my God.
And then I want to give you the final word, okay?
Thank you.
I think it's
Let's
more
see
racist
if he actually does.
Donald Trump because of the
Oh
things
my-
he says,
one man.
and he has given permission. Let me just make my point. You get the final word.
You can't say the
He
things
has
he
given
says.
people permission
Say what
to
he
be
says.
racist. He has
What's the
given
things?
people permission to be violent.
People need permission
He has
now?
talked about
How come you
liberating.
can't say these things? How come you can't actually say the things that he said? That are actually these things, because I guarantee if you say that to a person who actually knows what they're talking about, they're gonna knock down each thing that you say and show you why it's not racist.
Yeah.
States. He has talked about white supremacist groups standing by. He is deliberately not using the proper pronunciation of Kamala Harris's name.
Bro, if you
he
don't
is
get the
doing
fuck
a
outta
lot of
here.
stuff that sounds racist, that is giving people permission. And that's why I think we're
Listen to
seeing
this guy, bro.
influx of racism, which I believe is
Okay.
Wow.
worse than in 1997. You have the last word. You have the last word.
Wow.
The high point of
Wow,
race
is
relations for
right.
both whites and blacks took place during the administration of George W. Bush. It dramatically catered during the second term of Barack Obama when he was saying things like the Cambridge police acted stupidly. We have a little place called Ferguson. When he was touting Black Lives Matter, that's when race relations really declined. There is a city
That's like
in,
exactly what I said.
in
Obama
Texas
is the
called
reason. Man.
Abilene, which is the city of
That just came back
100,000
up.
population or more that most voted for Donald Trump, almost 80%. Guess which city just voted for a black mayor? Its first black mayor, Abilene, Texas. Now, how is it that Donald Trump was sending a racist dog whistle to voters? The same racist dog whistle turned around and voted for a black man.
But then
for
they're
mayor.
gonna say that black person is racist.
Yeah.
Or like
Yeah.
that's automatically what they go to. Automatically.
Doesn't
It
matter
can't
that
just
he's
be that he's
black.
black.
Yep.
And that he actually it's not racism. It can't just be that.
Yo.
It has to be some kind of
Something's wrong with the black
you
guy.
know? Yep, every time. Because a black man's gonna sell out his race for real. They act like that really happens.
Yeah.
Who is really selling out their race? No, it doesn't even make any sense.
It doesn't.
BS. Donald Trump has done a great deal for black people,
Straight
most
up.
especially the economy. Secondly, supporting choice in school. Thirdly, doing something about the
Yep.
competition posed by illegal aliens.
Tell
That's
'em.
good enough for me. The rest of it to me is just white noise, part of the expression.
Fucking yeah.
Legitimately.
Okay, we will leave it there.
Oh yeah, we have to laugh it off.
That was good, Larry. That was
Thank you.
good.
This is you see what just happened there.
Yo, they're
you know why they
fucking
just laughed that last thing he just said?
Because they got pwned.
Because you're gonna keep saying that damn word. You're dumb, bro. But yes, it is because they got owned. That's exactly
Straight
why they
the
laughed.
fuck
at that.
up.
Thank
All right. Thanks, Larry.
You got it, guys.
He murdered that.
You got it, guy.
He
Call me
murdered
when
that.
you want this shit again, motherfucker.
And I guarantee they
Call
didn't.
me when you want this beat.
I
in.
guarantee you're dumb. But for real, that's exactly what just happened. That was actually fire.
Yeah.
That was actually very, very fire. He just bodied them niggas, bro.
He's always spitting knowledge.
Yeah. He reminds me of like the Black Ben Shapiro with the way that he just references things that need to be referenced.
It's like he doesn't even need to stop and think about when
because he knows what people are gonna say.
Yeah, or like what, like he just this number, this number.
Soaks in the knowledge, obviously, when he studies it. Because how do you get the numbers so perfectly?
It's impressive.
It is, man.
I enjoy
That's why I like Ben Shapiro too.
Yep.
I just like to see that type of handling of any type of situation. Like when a person is really, really like fluid in their
on point
in their field. Yeah, I love that shit. And it's even better that it's in this type of situation because look, they act like there's nobody that opposes their motherfucking world domination fucking what they're trying to do right now. And there's so many people who have intelligent answers and intelligent opposition to exactly what they're saying, but they never call on these people because this type of shit happens.
Hell yeah.
They would rather they'd rather make you look at all the actual ignorant racists and shit and try to attribute everything to that, but it's not what it is.
Yeah, act like these people aren't a factor that are opposing it.
Yep. Legit, or their Uncle Toms and all this.
We're
and it's just
here.
ridiculous. But yeah, that was a fire video. I appreciate Larry Elder even more now.
Appreciate.
Okay, word. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't notify whenever we drop.
Flawd's booty.
And we do drop a lot.
That thing be dropping.
Okay. Remember to always stay flawed. Don't you dare try to play flawed. And if you see me in the streets, then you better say, hey, flawed.